Hey,
Hey
all
subs,
sub
it's me,
nuts. I
Dommy
was gonna say
Mommy.
sub like 100 people who actually saw the last one, and if you're still watching these
Oh,
ones.
oh,
Hey,
okay.
a new chapter immediately came out, so we're gonna be talking about that. First thing to say,
Cafe has just released a
we
new
called it.
chapter.
We
We
called
did.
so
We
much.
we
We
so
called
called it.
so much. We called the Witch of Envy, Petra. Actually, that's like the main two things that happened in the
Okay,
chapter.
well,
So
I did DM him afterwards about wind reading, like the wind reading divine protection, which did show up in this chapter, but we just didn't cover it, so it doesn't count.
yeah, we didn't cover it actively in the
But I thought
video,
of it.
but
I thought of it. I felt smart.
you did feel smart, and apparently Reinhardt just doesn't have it, so we don't know based off of the way it's translated yet. But it's a
Okay.
toss up between whether or not Reinhardt would feel guilty about using it, like, or if it's a scenario with like the person specific divine protections, he can take them, but they get taken away from that person.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
toss up.
it
We
was
don't know yet.
very, from what I read of the machine translated version, it was definitely leaning more towards I would take away and feel guilty if I, wished for the divine protection of wind reading, which like that's a game changer cuz
Yeah, a lot
that's one
of
reason why there's just not a guy going around with the divine protection of mind control.
yeah, because
Potentially little Reinhard stole that from him.
a lot of people when they're writing stuff and like their interpretations on the cast, one of the main things is that Reinhard, like the previous assumption was that Reinhard could use wind reading,
Mhm.
and whether it's due to like a guilt complex from taking Teresia's divine protection right before she died, or whether or not it's an actual limitation, we don't know.
Yeah, it's
Ironically, even though like we suggested that Reinhardt might call his bluff, Al ended up calling Reinhardt's bluff.
yeah. Al also sorry about that. Al was also way more prepared than we had initially thought. Like he had set up the entirety of the whatchamacallit, the tower. Like
Essentially,
it I mean, it wasn't shown on screen, but we know now that there could still potentially be more things in his, like, I guess, board, so to say. Like, for one, he set up the Book of the Dead, right? He was there. He
yeah,
put
he
it
set
in.
up the dead. He set up the book of the dead.
I don't
Well,
know
he
what
didn't set up
bag it's actually
Volcanica.
in. You want to talk about the book right now? Like,
Okay, sure. Actually, no, no. I was just checking one of the fucking reads your Reddit comments, and it was like on the new chapter. It was oh, new chapter edit. What the fuck? It was really good. But the Book of
it's.
the Dead. Okay. So there are two ways to take this.
Mhm.
Either it works like Al's work is apparently, or Al's book is apparently working, in which case
Where we get
Petra
Petra
learns
Baru.
Petra learns everything that's happened so far, or she gets one book and one death. There are a few best deaths for her to get.
Do you want to talk about those? Because I have a couple in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like the obvious best one. Well, it's not obvious, but if you think about it, it's the best one, no matter what. The best book for her to get is the first Valakia death
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it
That
covers.
teaches us a lot about his situation, his knowledge of the future, and how much it extends to.
No, no, no,
Because, oh,
you're missing the point. The point
huh?
is that in that's the Watchtower success loop, right? In that
Oh yeah.
success loop, he read all of
Uh,
his own books
Oh
until arc
shit.
6. So my camera's glitching out. If that's the case, and she got that one, good. If that's the case, she knows basically everything that happened until the beginning of arc 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best case. There's a
Yeah.
few worst cases, but that's the best case. The other best cases are probably Arc 4, um, the Arc 4 success loop,
Mm.
because he deliberately talks to Roswell about Return by Death.
And they make the contract, yeah.
Yeah, they make the contract, and it's like there's a lot to work with there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or she learns about Echidna and the witches.
Yeah, Arc 4. Okay, here's the thing, right? How much do these Book of the Deads actually, like, talk about or, like, explain the person's perspective? Like, do we get to hear their memories? I forgot.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure they do.
or do we just get to see the
We
scenes
we
from their
we
perspective?
hear their mindset. I think like it's like to the point where if you don't disassociate correctly with the book, your brain becomes them. That's why
Hmm.
the murder becomes a habit. The game is saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if what our theorizing was correct, we may have a mini Subaru running around in Petra's head. So
Which, could happen, seeing as last thing we see from Petra's POV is her opening the book,
yeah,
which, and then also we get Satella. Satella's back. Let's
it's
go.
also funny because right before Petra opened the book, she said some stuff
Which of
along the
Envy?
lines of uh I'm not gonna let people get away with these unforgivable things or something like that. It was something about people doing unforgivable things and her not being able to accept that, right? Like Al. And
Hmm.
that's why she said Al should just die. And she's going to live his life in which Subaru forgives many unforgivable things in quotes.
Like, we get to see, one of the other interesting ones could be, Arc 3, like, man, or, wait, no, Arc 2. Arc 2.
Arc 2? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because
He
that's a
learns
lot of
about
the
Rem murder.
Amelia camp and, like,
No, but that's why the first Arc 7 one's the best case because she learns about everything. So she'll
mm,
learn about Garfield killing him for one. That one's really good, and
yeah.
having Garfield in the tower there too is kind of
Could cause some tensions, but they probably have a bigger problem, which is, you know,
Al.
Al and also creeping up
But
Witch of Envy.
those are the two that I think are the best for her to have read.
Mm. Honestly, yeah, I can't beat that. I mean, also, it could be. Actually, no, I'm going blank. Yeah,
Because
those.
there's no good like Arc 7 or 8 book really,
No, not really. His
unless
RBD is broken, which, like, oh, it could be the our Gladiator Island, which, like,
mm, those were all
reveals.
like really mini loops. If Super had died once before now, I would have said honestly the Arc 8 success, but he hasn't died. So we don't because Priscilla directly talks to Al and Subaru and
Because
says,
she
"I
knows.
know what you are." She says that.
Yeah, which is why. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace. But I think we're definitely getting Subaru in her brain.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's, another reference to gluttony too, which,
yeah,
like,
another reference to gluttony. Uh, what else is
I mean,
there that we
also it's
can?
just built up through the entire arc of, hey, reading books dangerous,
Yeah, reading books dangerous. Uh, I honestly thought that. Well, actually, I think him hiding his own book was only to like bring the books back up and him read or his book being read as a possibility. Now that I think about it, I don't think that
Yeah.
book is probably going to be used anymore because it was washed away.
Hmm. Hmm.
Which
Well, like, the only reason they got it was because it was in the bag,
yeah, in
which
Subaru's bag.
he obviously placed there.
Yeah, which Al.
Also, if we look back at the whole, mini Subaru thing, at the end of her POV, it uses he pronouns instead of, like, Petra, which,
Oh yeah, that's not
like,
good.
I feel like, that could be a sign and or shitty machine translation, because machines have been able, or, I've read translations where it misplaces he and she too. So
True. True.
could be that, but I feel like at the end of her POV is sort of significant.
It could be nothing. Um. Hmm. Okay, so I think that's all we can discuss for the books for now because we should discuss some of the other stuff too before we like
Yeah, you want to talk about the Reinhardt stuff more, or
the Reinhard. Okay, so there's the Reinhard confrontation with Al.
hmm
Al is he has a lot of chips on the table. Let's say.
hmm
Um, Ironically, Volcanica wasn't one, and Al did bluff using Volcanica. Like, there's no way. It's mentioned from his perspective that it was not his intent, to
yeah,
get Volcanica.
it
So
just so happened, right moment, right time.
yeah, his
Blast
stars
him down.
aligned. His stars were good,
Yeah,
and everyone else's stars were bad. So
he
I
rolled the
th-
1% RNG.
the fact that he was so confident meant that he had something else up his sleeve. I don't know if this
Definitely.
was what he had up his sleeve, or if he's just prideful, but he still might have other stuff. And we got no information on whether or not Al was bluffing or not still. We don't know if he
No,
was
not
bluffing about Heinkel.
because Reinhardt didn't actually take the wind reading.
Yeah, and uh, Tape explicitly went around trying to have,
Confirm
an
or deny.
explicit, like, he's lying. Like,
But
he
at the
didn't take
same
that.
time, who the hell is this collaborator? Like,
It doesn't make sense for him to have one.
but Al can just do things now.
Yeah. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if like more like stuff gets thrown out from him
If he
later
had
on
like
because
followers or something.
it's been set up. Honestly, like I'm not as mad as I think a lot of people are at Al being able to just throw stuff out and people calling Reinhardt a fraud because, well, now here's the Witch of Envy, so
Yeah, he has to deal with that now.
yeah, that is. I think honestly, this might just be where Reinhardt is the entire arc.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like that just takes Reinhardt
Because
off the
Tape
table.
said that them fighting always ends in a stalemate before.
Because she has perfect immortality, and he just has
Yeah,
Phoenix
they will
300
fight.
million.
They will fight to a stalemate. So, if anything, unless someone ul Shamaks her, which I don't
Which
see as
like
happening, the only
un-
person who can ul Shamak is obviously just going to dip.
yeah, it's all going according to his plan so far.
Unless like Omega shows up and disrupts his plan by ul Shamaking Satella, but that feels weird.
But at the
It's
same time,
possible.
you know how many people it took to originally seal Satella? A lot of people.
Half the
You
continent
got
died.
this stick swinger.
You got the Stick Swinger, you got the Divine Dragon, you got the Sage.
So you only have 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Volcanica being pulled back to the surface didn't really happen, unfortunately.
no.
Um, Also, Reinhardt just casually being able to flick rocks that would destroy your inner organs. At least he knocked out Al before going to fight Satella,
Yeah.
but not Satella, the Witch of Envy.
But
But that didn't last long. It looks like,
I mean, he still got away. Like,
well, not yet. It was left off at the end of the chapter, I think. We'll see next chapter whether Al got away or not, but I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have.
I guess so. I mean, this could also be a good moment to actually see the Witch of Envy like in action, because
Yeah,
I mean, the only time we've actually seen her is like what
Chaos
in the
Flame,
Sanctuary. Oh yeah, and Chaos Flame.
Chaos Flame in the Sanctuary, Chaos Flame, which was everyone just going, "That's the Witch of Envy," and Chaos and the Sanctuary where she already killed everyone.
Besides like Garfield, but like,
Yeah, Rip Garfield. Oh,
oh,
that's
rematch.
ironic. This is the same exact confrontation.
I mean, in the past loop, yeah.
in the past
Uh,
loop.
failed loop. Hmm. The problem is though, like we haven't seen her go up against someone who's actually strong. Like, sure, like divine generals are, OP, but they're not like top four strongest. So we're gonna actually get to see like Satella or Witch of Envy actually kind of trying, right?
I mean, we
Because
just
it's Reinhardt.
had Volcanica versus like
True, but Volcanica was in a weakened state
this is
already.
true. I mean,
You
Sussless
know,
versus Arakia was kind of like up there.
it was definitely up there, but I'm talking base divine general. Like she had to absorb one of the
She had
four
to
great
absorb, yeah,
spirits.
one of the great
Like I feel
spirits.
like that was definitely
That's a cheater move.
because one of the four great spirits also needed or required the dragon sword to be unsheathed, so that kind of gives us a gauge of a
Yeah,
power
the
boost, so to
general
say.
power for all of it. At least we can assume that by proxy, majority of the, or if not all of the, great spirits require the dragon sword,
Yeah,
which we've only seen three now, logistically. Well,
yeah. I
technically
mean,
four if we include Melicoera, but he's been dethroned.
yeah, yeah.
Um, what else? What else? What else?
Divine protection of bleeding. That's fun.
That one was funny. That was funner to be brought up. Not that much actually. Ironically, not that much happened. Satella's here. She's probably going after Petra. Reinhard would fight even to save a little girl, so you
Yeah,
know he would
you know.
fight off the Witch of Envy to
Oh
save
wait,
a little
another
girl.
gluttony reference. Another gluttony reference. Single girl, or actually no, I guess there are like other survivors, but I mean, remember when he saved that girl in gluttony?
Yeah, his last.
Yeah,
Mm,
kind of distracting him from his true goal.
he's fighting her off with only his feet, which is just really funny to me. I wouldn't be surprised if Reinhard currently has the divine protection of foot weapon mastery or something, and he's able to use his sword perfectly with his feet. Like
Okay, how would he even do that? Like, he jumps
kicking
up in
it,
the air. Oh,
like kicking his sword around.
but like, doesn't the sword have to be like in his hands in order to like? I mean, unless he unsheaths it and then kicks it at Satella
Well, how else? Unless he healed already, which was said to not be that possible because of the
because
miasma.
the art. Yeah.
And since
Also
the Witch of
interesting
Envy is
to
like
note.
right here, the miasma's here. How else would he have healed?
Yeah,
The
no one
chapter
can use
stated that he
magic.
heals from the spirits that love him and are his in quote fangirls.
Hmm.
So his arms are probably still unhealed, which means most likely he's still kicking the sword around. The chapter had descriptions of the world being destroyed and remade, which is what the dragon sword does.
But I feel okay.
There, it's explicitly said the world was being destroyed and remade multiple times.
But like, really, with this feat, I mean, okay, we did just get ball sphere handling DP,
Yes,
but
this is coming from this is obviously someone who has not seen FGO.
at the same time, do you
Kicking your
think the
weapon,
divine dragon sword Reed is gonna let him kick the sword?
yeah, dude.
Okay, okay,
You
well,
would
yeah.
not do. Would you not think that Reed, if he was inside the sword, would be like, "Yo, that's kind of baller." Like we've seen Reed. He's kind of a
Okay, he's a crackhead. Yeah, he's
yes,
a
he's a
crackhead.
crackhead. So we have that. So he's
I
probably
just
just
don't think that's true. I
he
just
is
don't think
literally
that's true.
fighting with his feet. How would he have gotten healed?
Uh, what if he jumped? We do know that like he could just escape certain situations, like or move across like vast
Okay,
distances.
but
We know this.
he's trying to
That's how he
block
got
the Witch
there.
of Envy from the watchtower. Why would he?
Well, like what if there's,
Also, I
spirits
don't
in
think
the
there's
sky.
spirits. I don't think there's spirits in the ozone layer, buddy.
Yeah, no, because then he would have been healed, like in the. Okay, wait. Theory? The spirits are just mana, right?
Why are we?
You know
This
where
doesn't
there's a
even
bunch of
fucking matter.
you know
He's
where there's a
probably
bunch of
fighting with his
mana?
legs.
The
Okay.
stars. The stars.
That's actually we know
This
that's. Well, but he doesn't heal from mana.
Yeah, I know, but that's where spirits come from. That's where they come from. Evolution.
Kill you.
I maybe he legitimately
No, he's
Phoenix. He
definitely fighting.
deliberately used like Phoenix to regen all of his stuff, and he knocked him out in order to stop him from seeing.
I don't.
Because Phoenix
Look,
does
okay, it just literally
heal
does
in a
not
way.
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It does not. Logistically, Reinhardt's design protections would still, like, take effect.
Reinhardt himself you know, is crazy enough already.
Yeah.
His DPs are just adding on to that. Like they're not going to be the game changer against Satella of all things, like or not Satella, Witch of Envy.
Like, I have two conflicting feelings in me for this arc.
What?
Like, I have the urge that says someone is going to die this arc,
Definitely.
and I have the other urge that says that this entire arc is going to be a single loop after Subaru
Mhm.
dies. And those two I feel don't go together because people dying
Absolutely not. Plus, we did
absolutely
just
happens in
already
a
get
loop,
a major
right? But
death.
I
And
still
we can
feel
see
like
people dying, but not permanently.
yeah, no,
Like,
I see people dying permanently.
because this is looking like a failed loop already.
I feel like this could be because the consequences that are resulting from this loop are huge.
Volcanica under owls.
Well, for one, Al is lampshading Subaru with the witch to
Yeah.
Reinhardt. They're going to if they live this, they're gonna realize. Wait, reading Subaru's book called The Witch. If Petra lives this, then
She's gonna be like, hey, yeah. I mean, like, how are they gonna permanently put down Witch of Envy in this state?
like if
Like,
Petra lives this, which if I had to call for a death, it'd probably be that Petra dies. Honestly.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, but if she does, she knows basically everything. And if we're right and she gets the mini Subaru in her head, that is a mental disease. That is a mental illness, bro.
She is
Um,
definitely, not handling all that.
the Divine Dragon is out and unsealed. The Witch of Envy is unsealed and fighting the Sword Saint. There are so many consequences that would just be like all the past loops
But
had
we have
felt
we
like they had consequences, but they were all like personal. They were all death, 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 right? And
yeah.
Amelia dying, great. That would be huge for
These are
the
like
royal
world
selection. But
shaking
yeah,
9/11 type.
this I said it before, and I thought I said it as a joke that this is the 9/11 of ReZero. This is okay.
It is, yeah. I mean,
Like
we
it,
also don't even know if Al's collaborators are even a thing and what they're up to right now. Like, surely they're not just one guy in a room with Heinkel. Like, if he does have collaborators, then like, who knows what they're up to?
we could also, I guess, have the Satella is different than the Witch of Envy reveal. I guess to this
Potentially,
because it's gonna
but the
happen,
only
right?
way
Like
we've seen, Satella is in,
the Witch's Tea
Dreamscape,
Party. Yeah.
which is like the only a physical manifestation of her soul without the, witch factor affecting her.
Hmm. I mean, well, I guess Petra could also get the. Oh, you know, what'd be really ironic.
What?
He gets the loop where, um, he visits the Witch's Tea Party and talks about Return by Death. because
Oh, yeah.
that's the loop where the Witch of Envy shows up because he talks about Return by Death, and the loop that he kills himself with Petra's handkerchief.
It all comes back. Petra did something.
Yeah. So that would honestly be thematically fitting, I think.
But we don't know how books work because at this, I mean,
Al's book is weird.
like, there's no reason why Al's singular book would be like
Doing all the shit it
always.
is now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be able to update. That's like,
there should just be like the Al section in the freaking library.
I just.
Maybe it's due to how his authority
Uh,
works because we do. Okay, another huge reveal. Guess who made the books? The witch. Which witch? I mean, we can think of one witch that has, a correlation between books and knowledge.
again,
Again,
I mean, I, at this point, I feel like this is all some elaborate setup by Echidna, like Flugel, Satella, and the Volcanic, and everyone back then. As just like, hey, Echidna, I'm gonna go create Odd Logna. Oh, cool. Can I have like a gateway, like in my books that I'm making, or something like? Because I just
because like it's
why
not.
are
Do you think Satella tricked Odlogna?
because it wouldn't be Satella. There's no reason that it would be Satella who made these books.
Yeah,
It makes sense that it would be Echidna. So why are Echidna's books in the Sage's Watchtower?
it's so many questions. Also, Al's relationship to Echidna too.
They're
Special
making out.
privileges, perhaps,
They're making
but
out.
uh,
It doesn't make sense. Well,
like I feel
because
like
we
we're
don't have
gonna
an answer.
learn once we get the POV of Petra reading it, because we're
I,
gonna get either, oh yeah, books are sort of now for loopers, they just constantly update, but
or
it could
Al's
also,
book is just really fucking weird.
which then brings up more questions of, huh, why him?
Yeah, like why specifically? We don't know how his power works. So
Yeah,
I mean, imagine Petra gets a fucking rabbit's loop. That'd be
I
really
mean,
fucked.
it's just like,
It's
okay, wait,
it's one of those
actually,
ones where you don't learn much.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, wait, hold
You don't
on,
learn much, and then you're in agonizing
is
pain.
yeah, it's like, why is Amelia crazy, huh?
Why is Amelia crazy? Why did we all just die? Rabbits?
Didn't Subaru beat those? Why is he getting eaten alive by them?
Yeah,
I mean, sure, it's like one of the most. I mean, we got to think about like most iconic deaths too. Like, I mean, that's
also,
one of them.
it's kind of
Like,
confirmed
that's
that the Witch of Envy is kind of stupid, I guess, at this
yeah.
point. If anything, she's irrational. Or she's following, like, a strict set of rules, because why wouldn't she go for it? Like, didn't Al say something along the lines of, she's gonna ignore me?
Yeah, it's
So,
like it
what
could
the
hint
hell is
towards
she...
his relationship between Satella potentially, but
Yeah, from the side story.
yeah.
It's just... what the fuck is going on with you, buddy?
Or he could just be like, oh yeah, she only attacks her in like, a 100-mile radius. Good thing I'm out of that.
Ironically, oh, she only attacks if you know. Well, no, he knows that. He knows how Return by Death works.
Because in the Valakia loop, right, he's like, oh yeah, the world hasn't ended.
Or he like when he's begging Subaru,
Yeah, like,
like,
please, bro.
please, please, and then and then Subaru gets ready to jump off the banister.
I would assume he thinks that Subaru has a
Yeah, but the thing is,
longer rewind time. Like,
he's figured out Return by Death. He
yeah,
knows how it works.
because he's specifically sealed, not killed, not like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So, like, then the Witch of Envy killing people because they know about Return by Death? Isn't
Well,
that feels weird
you
now
know,
because Al's
Roswell
I guess Al's
also.
just an exception. No, Roswell wasn't a case for it because technically Roswell didn't know that he had to die.
Mm, yeah.
And Priscilla
Could also lead into the idea of,
Priscilla knew, but she just fucking died.
well, problem solved there.
Oh wait, actually, Omega knows too.
Yeah, which is definitely strange because we do know that Witch of Envy responds to what is said in the dreamscape.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't there?
So
Or
why is she only going? Why is she not? We shouldn't actually be asking why she's going after Petra. We should be asking why is she excluding Al and Echidna from that hit list?
because most of the time she goes towards Subaru, right?
Yeah.
Like
If
books it
anything, she
towards
kills
Subaru's
stuff
location.
in a zone around him. Unless like she's getting messed up because she's seeing a Subaru inside Petra, but that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's sort of like gluttony rules where it's like the knowledge has leaked, which agitates her.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, she is stationed directly under the doorway to Odlogna. So,
Yes, that is also something to note. She is stationed under the corridor of memories.
one of the most important places in ReZero. And,
I mean, it makes sense that Volcanic is sitting on top of her, right? As her
yeah.
seat, as like a protector, but
At
it's
the same time, we
so
just don't know
odd.
what her powers extend to. Like, is she, like, all knowing when it comes to RBD? Like, is that an aspect of its authority? Like,
I mean, I feel like that's one of those things that we can't exactly come up with anything for because
I
we
mean,
have
I feel like
such
we're gonna get a
little.
lot of information revealed next time.
Yeah, at the
Also,
very least,
thank you, Tape,
some
for a
point.
speedy chapter release. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
only 1 week? Hmm.
He was you missed the part where he was on fire because I think at some point he was releasing like almost daily
That
at
was
some
like in
point.
Arc 7, right?
Yeah, that was Arc 7. He was on
I
his
remember
ass was cooking.
reading like two chapters one day.
Yeah, yeah,
I
he
was like,
was
holy shit.
cooking back in Arc 7. I'm glad he's taking a break though, because these they're higher importance, I think, than Arc 7.
Oh, definitely. This is looking to be one of the more impactful, interesting arcs, right?
Well, actually, question. What the fuck was Volcanica on top of the Witch of Envy? As in, why Dragon Husk?
Yeah, well, it could
Because if
be that.
if it's Volcanica at some point turned into Dragon Husk, then they
Mm,
moved Volcanica onto the tower, that'd be like, why did you make the
I feel like the
Dragon
Dragon Tusk was
Cannon?
created on the tower, right? Because for starters, we know that Madeline was also created above the skies, or above the
Mm-hmm.
sky, cloud, sea, or
Yeah,
whatever.
but
So,
then it's okay if it's Volcanica's on the tower.
also there's a much longer time frame in between that too.
Yeah, yeah, but if it's Volcanica's on the tower above the seal, the Witch of Envy to like watch it, right?
Yeah.
With all the protections in place. What events occurred to make Volcanica go, okay, I need a dragonkin?
Okay,
Because
hold on. Let me think, right? So we know that Lagunica made a formal contract with
the Divine
Volcanica.
Directive.
Yeah.
Yes. At some point,
So we can
somehow.
assume that since that contract, he has been on top of uh
Well,
whatchamacallit.
we have to assume that when this contract was made, he probably wasn't on the tower because
He was, yeah,
how would people
because
have
he had to
gotten
go
there
down
unless the contract was made with
because no one knew
Flugel?
actually where he was.
No one knew where he was and how to get to the tower, so
Well,
he
they
had to be
knew that
somewhere else.
it was the Sage's tower, but they didn't know about, you know.
Wait, did they know Volcanic was specifically on the on the Stage's tower,
No,
or?
no, no. They just knew that the Sage was there.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's just then at some point Volcanica was out and actually talking to people,
Hmm.
right? Speaking to the Elder Council. Why?
You know, talking to the Lion King.
Yeah. So eventually, at some point, he moves on top of the tower
Yeah,
to safeguard Satella, which is so I'm assuming after the calamity, right?
yeah. Well, no, the calamity happened after Satella initially got the factor of envy, which then led to the destruction of a continent, which then led to her sealing.
Okay, yeah. I
So,
mean after her sealing instead of the calamity. So after her sealing, then Volcanica sits on the tower. Then why does he make the dragon kin? Because either something came up where he needed to make one, or felt like he needed to make one, or there was some planning involved with Flugel and everyone beforehand. That was, hey, Volcanica, we're gonna need you to make a dragonkin.
wait a minute, wait. Echidna died to Volcanica.
True. Why the fuck are her
She,
books here?
when did she die?
Why are her
She
books
died to
here?
Volcanica. Was that before or
Wait,
after?
wait, 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 wait. Yeah.
She
Why
died. No,
are?
she died before Witch of Envy, because Witch of Envy, you know, she was like the last of the witches. Well, she was second to last of behind Witch, right? During that time, when did she make the library? So she made the library,
So the
put
books were made. Then she died. Then Satella stuff happened. Satella was sealed under the tower with the books. And then Volcanica.
well, it
So
could be
is it
Flugel. It could be Flugel. It could be Flugel because
so
Flugel was
is it
essentially erased
then
from.
that is it then that they it's not that they put Volcanica and everything on top there to seal Satella, but Satella was sealed there because of like some special property of the tower?
Well, for one, Reed was there, or Reed's book is in there, set up as a
Mm-hmm.
defense mechanism. Actually, could just be Flugel. Flugel could have put that in later on.
Well, we're assuming that Echidna made the books, right?
Yeah,
Instead of
Echidna
Flugel.
officially made the contract with Odlog. She tricked Odlogna into
If
making the
anything,
books
it's looking like Flugel and Echidna were buddies at some point, but then she went crazy and Volcanica had to kill her.
at the end of the Age of the Witches, too.
Yeah, because
Because originally she was just like chilling on her mansion, right?
if you'd think, if you think about it, the conflict between a witch and the divine dragon must have caused some sort of destruction, right?
Well, yeah, in that fight, she did use her
She
wand,
she
or
used her
I guess
wand,
meteor.
and I assume she was using Al Shario too.
Yeah.
So where didn't wouldn't you think that that would have been like an area mentioned or some sort of drastic effect on the landscape had to happen?
Because we do know that,
So
oh
wouldn't
yeah,
like that's the Arguria Sand
Daphne
Dunes
died in the. Actually, no, we don't know if Daphne died
in the
specifically in the
sand dunes
Arcuria.
specifically, but she died in the sand somewhere
In a desert.
in a
In a
desert.
desert somewhere.
So where the hell did Echidna and Volcanica fight then?
Could be that she was on a quest to pick up the remaining witch souls, came across Daphne's soul, and
Because
then
I was
in that
thinking that maybe like their fight
vicinity.
created the desert, but no, if Daphne died first in that desert,
Well, no,
then
the desert
the
was
desert would have
create.
had to
I
exist.
I thought the desert was created by the miasma and like through the high level witch beasts roaming around, like the centaur. It subsequently created the desert
Yeah, but
because
Daphne died in the sands, right?
yeah,
So wouldn't it be in reverse then? Because
she did create all the witch beasts.
she created all the did you create them all before she died?
I would assume, yeah, because
What she creates all the witch beasts. The witch beasts destroy the area around her and she fucking starves to death because of them.
yeah, no, that doesn't make any
I mean, that'd be
sense.
an ironic end, I guess.
But
So what
she
are
could
do we
just
know the
eat
exact
anything.
order in which the witches died? Or at least some ordering.
Echidna last because she
Because
had to
that
collect all the
matters.
order of.
We got to the part of the video where we moved past the current arc or whatever, the current chapter, and we're just theory crafting.
Yeah, no,
Thank you to
I mean, like,
all sub 100 people who are here watching.
thank you. We appreciate this support that you're giving for our crackhead ramblings. Okay. One is alive, one is unknown. Lagunica.
Like there have to have been some statements that said when at least respective to each other some witches died.
Ugh, this is another one of those things that Tappy just offhand mentions,
Yeah, offhandedly
like
mentions, and then
on
it's like we're
Twitter.
breaking our heads over it.
I mean, just right now, his latest post was, "Oh yeah, did you know that 99% of people die to Regulus because they don't get past this tutorial? Funnily enough, Subaru and Amelia accidentally passed this tutorial." And it's like, it
And
just seems like one of those random things that he mentions. Like, oh
yeah, it's
yeah,
just
by the way.
huh. Okay, so back to okay, so Google put the books there, and these books are well, they're not made by Echidna, but the process of
It was
making them has to be made by Echidna then, because
because
these books are
Oddlog
being
definitely
created.
has a play.
Yeah, these books are being created by each death. It's not that all the books at some point were made and then
It's not like
it's
Echidna had like
like
she was handcrafting all these books. It's more like she created the
the
factory.
process. Yeah,
She
like
created the
the
factory that
link that
churns it out.
made it. And I guess if Flugel just like took that hypothetically and then had it output to this library.
We still don't know anything about Flugel.
You don't know anything
It's
about
like,
Flugel or Echidna because like one of the things that irks me is
mhm.
that right as we get all the stuff about Echidna in Arc
We get
4, you
Sphinx
know
and
what
stuff.
happens? You know what happens? Her library's instantly burned down. And it's just,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, to
well,
be fair,
shit.
wasn't that like Beatrice? No, Beatrice was just the
She was the guardian of it,
yeah, she
essentially.
was the guardian. Yeah.
The guardian of the Forbidden Library.
I mean, what do you think there we
Because that's,
there's definitely experimentation notes about her immortality.
because
Uh
logistically, you'd think that Beatrice would have read everything. Well, we don't know that for sure. At the very
To be
least,
fair, no, we do know her contract with the Kidna was specifically stay in the library until you meet that person,
yeah,
right?
that's all we know. So we don't know if she read all the books in there.
Wait a minute, wait. Ah, shit. It could just be stupid Echidna just playing along with that Echidna.
She's fucking
Dream
with
Echidna
her.
could just be lying. She could just be lying, so Beatrice also doesn't know
No, because we
all
don't know about
Shauna.
any other Echidna libraries, and it feels like Beatrice
Okay, no,
should
we
have
do know.
known.
We do know. She had a mansion on above the clouds
Okay, other than
where
that one,
yeah.
but like, I don't think we're getting
Well,
there
we could
anytime.
get a Book of the Dead, but
hypothetically, guys, hear me out. Petra reads a kitten as a book of the dead. Um,
I mean,
Clint
we
could
could
take us
get.
to that man. Clint could take us to her mansion.
You know what could happen? We could get some Dream Arts user show up, maybe, to fight Satella
Conspicuously.
too.
I don't.
And you know who has a Dream Arts user in their party? Omega. But
She's currently in
she,
Gusteco. And I don't.
2 years ago she was.
This is true. This was actually a year. Fuck. Yeah. We have not had any updates on her for. We don't even know what she was fucking doing there.
Well, she was trying to get her witch factor back online,
But, like,
supposedly.
how? Why? For what?
Well, that was the bet that was made with what's her
Actually,
name?
interestingly, we got a. I forgot to mention a while for the last chapter. We got a tidbit about the Mad Prince.
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean that was also because of
It
the
was
four
a single
strongest, but
statement, which was that Reinhard wasn't as far from death, in quotes, as the Mad Prince.
mhm.
Which,
Which we know
far
the
from
Mad
death,
Prince is.
maybe immortal, maybe that's a kingdom wanted immortality.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, I reread some part and it said that Reinhardt or Owl's like he himself could not be the switch for the bomb because Satella doesn't care if he knows. But
Yeah,
anyways, the Mad
that
Prince.
the Mad Prince could be a translation error by machines, you know. Definitely up
No.
there, but
That part was just translated. You can check right now if it says that.
oh wait, really?
Yeah, the last chapter, not the current one, was just translated recently in which quote? I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
shit. I thought they did it per volume? Okay.
No. They don't.
Okay, never mind. Cool. I'm gonna actually reread the official translate or
In
unofficial
quote,
official
unofficial official.
translated.
Fuck you, Yen
Better than
Press.
Yen Press.
Yeah,
Better
fuck you,
than
Yen
Yen Press.
Press. Yen
Okay,
Press
I
doesn't.
was I was just reading EX1 and there's like a another like pronoun like switch and I'm like, man, these guys really don't know. Actually no, it wasn't. Dude, I was reading fucking Tentra. Yeah, I was like, wow, it's not just
Mm.
ReZero. Yen Press just does not
Yen
know what
Press
they're
just
doing.
sucks. Honestly.
Yeah.
I.
Okay,
Mm,
let's get back on track. How are they gonna deal with Satella?
I still stand by what I said before. I think it's literally just Reinhardt's going to be stuck here the entire arc.
Yeah.
Because if
We
Reinhardt
got a
comes
time
along with
limit.
them,
Wait, what was the time limit again for the like Al?
what do you mean?
Didn't Al mention like how long it would take to like
For
complete his goal?
check
Wait,
that.
no, never mind. That was the 3 day time limit.
Yeah, that was a 3 day time limit.
Wait, do you think the 3 day time limit will play into this? Maybe that was
If
him
he
hinting?
resets, if Subaru resets, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have Reinhardt dealing with Satella,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time we have Garth still incapacitated, unable to use his healing magic.
We have
Petra doing first aid, Melee too.
who's actually injured? Ezo, Garfield.
They're both incapacitated, right?
Yes. Flam. I don't. Was everyone else like really injured? I thought Al just kind of threatened them. Oh, I think
I
he didn't he
no,
knock.
I think Flam was the only one who was un. No, because we didn't get a Flam mention.
No, she
She
tried to
was
choke him.
still, huh?
She tried to sneak up him and choke him.
No. Like Flam mentioned in the previous like chat in
Or
this chapter
in the chat,
because
no,
we
she
got
was
the
mentioned, wasn't she?
what was she doing? Oh, hold on, let me check.
That guy's stupid.
What was she doing? Flam? Oh yeah, Yeah, Al just restricted her movements and didn't harm her. But she
Okay.
can't use any healing magic, so she's kind of useless for now. They're just like recuperating. Uh,
Yeah, we need Clint, 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 Clint.
Clind, yeah,
But I assume, anyways, that's what she's doing in Gusteko with the fucking Mad Prince, because that Mad Prince lore was just bombed on us. If
yeah.
we're not probably not going to Gusteko, but like
It's interesting,
characters from there will matter
food for thought, yeah. I mean, we already had
because
first villain of the series, Elsa from Gusteko,
also
so
from Gusteko, we're definitely gonna get some stuff with the Mad Prince, and the last uh Great Spirit's also there. I forget their title. Shit, what was their title? Let
is
me
it
check.
water?
No. Well, I think they are water, but like their official title, because Zarestia was the slasher, Muspo was the stone.
Beast of the End Puck,
Mm-hmm.
the Stone Muspel, the
Mm-hmm.
Slasher Zarestia, and the
Mm-hmm.
Sacred Beast Odd Glass.
Okay, odd class. Right. Yeah, they're probably no, they're definitely showing up in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, we've already had like one like person
I just
or
there's
like a
been
couple
plot
people
hooks
just
that
like
are
throughout the story, just you know.
they're it's so weird to say what's thematically fitting and have it just be like, yeah, that's gonna be it. Because there's a lot of time where it's true, but there's a lot of time where it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because like people were saying, oh, Zarestia is the spirit eater. Beatrice is a spirit.
And then we just didn't get to
Yeah, and then we
see
got nothing from
Beatrice.
that at all. Instead, we had Beatrice fight friggin' things who we had no idea was there in the first place.
I mean, Zarestia did eat a spirit on
Yeah,
screen. That was important.
that was kind of a bomb drop. That was totally oh shit, we should have seen that before. So now we're trying to cover things that are oh shit, we should have seen that before, or it could be things like that. Like what else could theoretically happen? What else could theoretically matter? That's just offhandedly being mentioned. And
What-
honestly, I think that's what the Mad Prince thing is.
It it's definitely weird that they mention him now. I guess we have
Further to
been going
death,
through
further from death. I forget what everything else was, like not as fast as Senseless or something.
I mean, he's definitely not as fast as
Because
Cestus.
there was the entire thing where it was just Reinhardt's not as blank, not as blank as blank, not as blank as blank, but even so, he's still the strongest in the previous chapter.
Yeah.
And it's only now that I'm thinking of it.
He definitely resistant to pain. That's like
This is true. He is not a Reggie. He is not a Reggie. A Reggie who goes, ah, I've been
to be
hurt.
fair, we did see him in, Arc 5 just like tank dying.
Yeah, that's true. He came back with no trauma.
He's
He
like,
died. He
I'm
went
all good.
and he went, oh,
Hey Subaru, sorry for making you worry.
yeah, I'm good. Like you
Subaru's like,
think
huh?
they,
You just
you,
you just
you think they'd have at least have a talk, like where Reinhardt's like, yo, dying is kind of weird, man, and Subaru's like, yeah, I get it, and Reinhardt's like, huh?
well, Subaru did say, hey, you're stealing my
You're
my uh
stealing my flow.
my thing, and Reinhardt's just like, what? Huh?
Yeah, now Al's just like, I know your thing.
Well, like he
It's
didn't even
crazy that,
die, so
ugh,
like
it's crazy that okay. Something that does irk me though is the fact
what?
that I get that Subaru trusts Al implicitly
Mhm.
since you know all
You know,
that.
Arc
They're
7,
from
he
the
was
same
there.
place,
Yeah.
but he like
A lot of red
exposed
flags.
he exposed his abilities sort of in front of Al.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Al knew before.
Yeah, but
Like,
but that was like the confirmation that Subaru was like, oh, that should have been like Subaru going, oh wait,
hmm.
hmm,
Hmm.
hey,
Yeah,
bro, do you
Subaru's
know?
just that type of
I
guy.
just I feel that he should have been more. I mean, there was no reason to assume that he was going to backstab Subaru, unless you're, an outsider watching in, or unless you're a
I mean,
psychologist who's only watched season five because not season five, season three because he predicted it within like seconds.
there has definitely been a buildup of conflict between the two,
No, not even
with
buildup
him
of
being the
conflict, just the
foil.
way that they're being portrayed against each other.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, like
you know,
Garth being mistaken by his sen, uh, but also
but
differing
I'm just thinking
perspectives.
of like what's set up for this. We don't. It's weird to say this, but we don't have our actual players for this arc yet.
No, not really. Not really.
We have Al, we have Al Kanika, sure, right? Those are set. We have Reinhard, but Reinhard's probably gonna be fighting
Dealing
Envy,
with the big bad.
yeah, for like the entirety of the arc, and we don't know how that's gonna get resolved. We have Petra and Melee, I guess. I guess they'll get their thing, maybe, but Garfield maybe, but that doesn't feel like enough. Like we have Clind, but like Clind,
Plan.
the
Yeah.
issue is that Clind will bring in people, so we don't know who's actually doing stuff.
Yeah,
We assume
because
Rem and
we
Ram,
yeah.
because
But
they're not doing anything else. It's
they're just kind of there. Like,
Roswell and Otto are actually busy, right?
they're like dealing with political shit.
They're dealing with politics, and it's just we don't know exactly what's gonna go on. It's hard to make a call. I don't feel like it's gonna be like Wallachia. Wallachia was just I'm gonna introduce 5 million characters. I feel like we're probably gonna have everyone the same this arc. Like,
No, because we're returning back from another country. This
yeah,
is
I
like,
feel like we're going to have not maybe if any, maybe like a single character introduction.
well, we did get Flam, right?
But they were in a
And
side story. I mean like
Ezo.
a new character.
Ezo didn't really get any screen time before this, right?
He had side story.
Did?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dumbass.
I haven't read them. I'm getting through them. I'm
I
getting through them.
mentioned that Ezo was able to get through Reinhardt's divine protection, not divine protection, his gate, and cast magic on him in the last talk we had. And that's why I
Oh,
thought that's how I thought Al would get through it, but nope. Railgun.
Railgun. Hmm.
Ah, what else is I don't feel like yeah, it's weird because a lot of stuff happened this chapter, but I don't feel like we got that much inherently.
Yeah.
I just we're cooked.
Yeah, for the most part, we're yet to see where, Al's still going.
No, well, he's gonna leave. We don't know where he's going.
Yeah, yeah, we don't know where he's going.
Okay, I thought you said we can see where he's going. I was like,
Oh, we were yet to see where he's actually going. Yeah, that's what I said. Or meant to say, I don't know.
I just
So his, actual motivation for doing this stuff, sealing Subaru, we don't know what he's gonna do with that.
there's too many consequences.
Yeah.
There's too many fucking consequences that would be huge for the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
the Witch of Envy coming out and Streinhardt fighting him again would be national news.
I
And I
feel,
feel
yeah,
like
like
that's the
the Witch of
escalation
Envy
we
kind of
need.
seals this as like, uh-oh, we're kind of fucked.
Yeah, this is like the escalation we need. We're in arc 9 of 12
Because
or
you can't just
13.
put back the Witch of Envy. That's like,
I
we don't
just
even know how she was sealed in the first place.
honestly at this point, maybe it was all Shama.
Oh shit! No,
At this
no.
point, because it was mentioned that it's a similar technique used to seal the witch.
True, but at the same time, who actually uses yin magic? Or is it yang magic? I forgot. It's
Yin.
It's Yin. Yeah. Who the hell actually uses Yin? Because the only users we've seen are Beatrice, Subaru by proxy, and like Al potentially. I'll look up Yin
Oh,
magic users right now.
Puck.
Huck's return. Holy shit.
Puck used Shamrock.
True. True.
Well, Kaneko, I assume, uses the Yin magic because, Divine Ash Dragon. Well, we also have to assume Echidna knows how to use Yin magic, otherwise, how would she have made old Shamrock in the first place?
It says here Satella knows how to use Yin magic.
Also, because it would be why else would she have made old Shamrock?
Anti-witch technique.
Yeah, why would she make that? None of the witches died from it, right? All the other witches died straight up.
Yeah.
Unless it was used to seal Hector. Oh fuck!
Hector.
That's why Hector
When's he
isn't
gonna
seen in
show
the
up?
story. Oh
Oh my god.
shit!
He showed up like
Oh
one chapter. And
wait,
then
then
like
no. So we don't even know if it was used to seal the Witch of Envy anymore.
fuck. No. He was a warlock of melancholy, not a
Uh-huh.
witch.
Yeah.
Not a
Oh
witch.
yeah. So Subaru's also a witch.
Well, no, he's an apostle. It okay.
I wish I could all shot mock your
Roswell
ass right
knows how to
now.
use. Roswell has.
Yeah, Roswell does, but like he's occupied. So
No, but like he could just drop it and like come back.
dog, you think Roswell's going to seal the Witch of Envy?
Well, no. But he does know the Echidna. He does have access to a mana pool large enough to use it.
I'd imagine, yeah. I mean, at this point, we don't know we don't know Al's stats. We don't know his mana pool.
We know it's not large enough to cast Alstario
Yeah, but we know it's large enough to cast Old Shamak and still have leftover, like a ton left over
without
to
him like
fight Garth.
exploding.
Yeah.
Plus, he and Clint have worked together in the past. He does have like that sort of bond.
Chat, we need Clint.
Actually, no, Clint actually hates the Witch of or Witch of Greed. So like
Chat, we need Clint right
we,
now
we
on the
need a
double.
Clint supply drop like
We
immediately.
need Clint right
We
now.
need Clint to go and steal the fucking orb. That's what we need.
Chat, we need Clint to go and crush the orb.
I feel like he would just steal it.
Chat, we need Clint to go and teleport
Because like
inside of Al. Chat, we need
we need
Clint
him
to
to
telefrag
telefrag.
Al.
We still have no way. We don't know how his authority works. That's great.
Yeah. There's not even like titles for us to work with because the whole like spirit eating thing like was also just a man,
He
we're
eats
dumb.
spirits.
It was like oh, we're stupid.
Oh yeah, they're building up this big spirit. Oh, I can't wait to see what it does. Oh.
Oh, actually, yeah. Mm.
Arakia, one great spirit.
Nico Cotto.
Okay. What
It's
else?
what else could possibly the following? What title are we working? The following star. What's he? He's following Subaru obviously because Aldebaran follows Subaru, but like in
Actually, wait,
cosmology.
no. Puck lost his memories. Remember?
What?
Didn't Puck lose his memories of Echidna when creating a contract with Amelia?
Yeah, but that contract's no longer like a thing.
Oh, yeah, contract's broken. We haven't
He
seen him
broke the
since.
contract.
Okay, where is Puck? Is he just in the
He's in
cracked?
that crystal.
He's in.
But where was that crystal left?
Yeah, because like Amelia like
Because
didn't lose
they fucking went to Brazil. They got the Fox crystal, and then they just. Did they actually end up getting it?
I don't think I was gonna ask you. I was hoping you knew. I don't think they did.
I don't because I feel like going, hey, we need your crystal to freestyle after it blew up was.
Ugh. Potentially, which cult shows up?
I mean, no,
I mean, we do
no.
have someone who can teleport. Pandora, who can just send people to places.
I was gonna. You mentioned it earlier. I was gonna. Oh, oops.
Huh?
You know, it's odd that Flugel somehow managed to erase himself from history.
Yeah. I wonder how that happened. His name's still around,
He has the Flugel
but
tree. Shaw remembers it, but
yeah, no, it's not
no
like
one,
his
no one
name was
remembers the
eaten.
great sage Flugel.
I mean,
So
well, his coin is there, and people have like sage. There's like a sage candidate system too, right?
we don't know what that means still. We still don't know what that
Yeah.
means. When he got into the Witcher Sea party, they all just went, "Hey, you're a sage candidate," and he went, "Huh?" And they went,
Oh, yeah.
"What's is that? What is that?" We have a sage council, but there's no guarantee that that's in any way related to his sage
I
candidate.
thought it was specifically like the four old men or something.
Yeah, but like we have the four old men, and then we have the sage, and then we have the sage candidate. So is the sage candidate because he can actually gather the witch factors? So gathering all the witch factors would make him a sage. I mean, that's my current thing idea, but that doesn't give us anything for this fucking arc.
We
Clind,
don't know.
go fetch Roy. Clind, go fetch Spica. We need to eat Aldebaran now. No.
But like, would that even work? Because with
Beats
star
me.
eating and well, Aldebrand's a star.
Clind,
I feel like we're definitely gonna learn more about Clint's powers too.
we're probably gonna
That's
learn
like,
about his past too, at the very least. Because Aldebaran
yeah.
also recognized him.
And they're like, hey, you who I've never met before.
Hey, why are you
Yes,
looking at me like that, bro? Bro,
we
why are you
have
looking at me like
never
that?
met before
I
at
don't know
all.
you. Like there's the normal person reaction, but the
And it's
Clind
just
was.
Subaru and like Beatrix with a big question mark just over their heads. They're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, I. So we know Clint hates. Wait, this is the time I knew more about Clint.
Well, we
Clint
know
hates
that
Echidna,
yeah, yeah,
and for
going
some
off
reason
the,
Al knows Clint.
but he's
So
also affiliated with
yeah,
Echidna.
somehow he has an authority. Somehow, I I can't wait for Clint to show up, right, and pull some
I,
cool stuff, and then get all Shamak. Because he can get
uh,
all Shamak too, because he has a fucking authority.
he can.
He can just,
But do you think he would actually get caught, like unironically?
I mean, all Shamak. All you gotta do is go all Shamak.
But he could,
Like,
can't he just like move out the way?
we don't know how that works.
True. We only saw it through like Subaru's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, hold it. If they know each other, then like Flynn could know.
We don't know if Clint. I don't think Clint knows him, dude.
I feel like
It's
did
being
they recognize
born
each other?
before the Great Calamity. Clint was well acquainted with the witches and warlocks. At some point, he made a contract with the young Roswell, who entailed Clint to protect Roswell's property by any means, and Roswell A. Although he was prevented from interacting with Beatrice by Roswell for unknown reasons. He compensated the contract with Clint by forming a united front and defeating Roswell's yet unnamed nemesis. That's probably Hector.
Yeah.
Clind has faithfully abided to his contract ever since due to his ability to perceive souls.
He could perceive that there's two little souls in
He sees
the
Subaru's soul inside.
the ball.
Mm-hmm. He has made a covenant with a person he cannot name that restricts him from revealing his origins to others, and he claims that revealing said origins will greatly trouble the Amelia Cap. Hmm.
I can't
Hmm.
believe I can't believe Clint is just a taller male version of Ryu Tsushima that Echidna tried using in order to fuel her
No, no,
immortality.
he was definitely born
No, he
before the
was born
calamity
before.
happened. Yeah, he.
Yeah, he was born before.
Hmm.
Plus, he knew all the witches personally, so
I. Dude,
hmm?
dude.
What?
All the authority wielders are star named, except for Clint.
Oh, fuck. Fuck.
That's another nameless star candidate.
Well, to be fair, no shit, yeah. All
Dude,
modern
you're
day
fucking
authority
kidding
users.
me.
All modern day authority users.
Why do
Oh
we
my.
have?
Okay. Well,
There's
it's
no.
uh.
Unless
Hey,
he
at
has a
least you pointed
real.
it
Unless
out.
it's a felt situation and he's not using his real name.
Yeah, his name could be Clind Orion or something. Uh.
What do we do? This sucks.
Fuck.
This fucking sucks.
Fuck.
I mean, it's theoretically like I think it's highly positive that he has Hector's
Yeah,
authority.
definitely.
It's just how did they?
Roswell went over, tried to kill Hector.
Oh, oh, you know what's crazy? We just
What?
went earlier. We went who's a candidate for someone who could ult Shamrock? Al and hmm.
It just becomes who can quick draw old Shamrock first.
Because if Echidna was creating ult Shamrock to deal with Hector,
Hmm.
and what if Roswell knows ult Shamrock actually?
That's what I
Because
said.
that's what I was thinking. Because Roswell could know ult Shamrock. That's because they confronted Hector probably,
Hmm.
and
Beatrice
they
wasn't as
beat
strong back then.
they beat
Probably.
Hector. And then got his authority maybe. So
I mean, the most likely story, Hector's probably dead,
yeah,
right?
he's probably dead. So I don't know why they'd seal. Well, sealing is probably a one-track way to just being killed easily. Because like you just
He
oh
just
yeah. So Roswell could just know old Sherlock.
yeah, and Clinton would probably
Because
know
at
that
the very
he
least, it
knows.
would have been in her like notes or something, and I don't think those were the like Roswell would have gone through all of them. Because you know Roswell.
Yeah, you know, he's that guy. Love to
Roswell
kidna.
Okay, but then what happens if you all Shamak a guy who has like an all Shamak orb in him? Like, is that Olmec deception? Because
Oh shit.
because how
It's
does
a tiny little like pocket space, right? Or something. We don't know.
a ball and a ball, a seal and a seal?
Because we saw that um uh whatchamacallit, Beatrice and Super were sealed in the same area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Al's not carrying around two orbs, he's
Yeah,
carrying
so I guess it could
one.
just be sealed. Maybe maybe we're getting a mirror of Subaru and Beatrice. It's actually like Flugel and Satella. They're both sealed in the same orb, and then that's what.
They when going around the fucking when Shala was going around living in the tower, she just didn't see the tiny orb underneath the desk. That
And she had schizophrenia, and she and Flugel
she
didn't
was
say
blind,
wait
and
here
also she was
and leave.
tired. She didn't have any arms or legs, and she
Yeah,
had the heart virus from.
it's just how did Flugel leave Shaw again? Didn't he say something along the lines of just wait here, I'll be back?
Yeah.
Like, so he so he fucked. We just don't know where he fucked off to, which is time for arc 11 reveal. The Mad
Yeah.
Prince is actually Flugel.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, totally.
We just
Yeah.
have a bunch of characters that are all like
Uh, and like the
five
apparently
hundred
Sage's face
five
is
hundred years ago.
imagine the Lagunica currency that supposedly has the Sage's face gets somewhere to like Gusteco and they're like, oh yeah, this kind of looks like the Mad
Wait, wait,
Prince.
wait. Wait,
Ain't that
wait, I
crazy?
had another revelation. Why the fuck does Clind not recognize Al? The reason that that Clind serves Roswell is because he can tell with his soul reading
Oh shit,
that it's the
yeah.
same Roswell. So if Al recognizes Clind, why would he not recognize Al?
I mean, yeah, that's maybe he just didn't see Al. Al saw him. Al was told about Clint.
Maybe it's possible. Ah, Al, fuck you, unreliable narrator ass, not telling us everything that you know ass, stupid.
Stupid idiot
Grrr.
baby.
I have 5 million things up my sleeve.
I mean, what else do you think he has up his sleeve? Like,
A grenade.
no, he has a railgun.
That's true, he has a railgun, he has no need for a grenade. I don't know. If it's something that's been introduced, he's used his trump card. I guess
With Petra,
ironically was
right?
not bringing out
Or
because he
not
used the
with
Books of the Dead. He had fucking
Well,
crazy
his
ass medic.
original like trap was the book, right?
Yeah, the trap was the book. His trump card was fucking blackmail that we don't know if it was true or not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, he was realistically just trying to stall the fight.
Hmm. Or what? I mean, like we know that the trap card just stalled for Satella. Say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
you should probably deal with that. You
Because
know?
that recontextualizes the fight. If anything, his trump card, his fighting, all his fighting was to try and buy enough time, and then he used his trump card when he was
Yeah. I
like,
mean, he
okay,
wasn't even trying to kill Reinhard.
yeah,
It
at this
was.
point.
I mean, he was trying to kill Reinhard, but you know.
That's like the only way to putting him down
Right.
is the only way to stop Reinhard logistically
Yeah.
from coming after you and or crippling him. And it's just
But he wasn't trying to beat him,
also ironically
so
I
to
was
say.
right last time when I said this is the worst place for Reinhardt to fight because he can't heal.
Yeah. Little goobers.
It's like the
Little
little things.
fangirls.
What else could happen because this place has miasma? We have Reinhardt not being able to
Insanity?
heal. I mean, hmm, hmm.
I mean, last time,
Well, the reason why they went
which event he
insane
didn't
was because
cause
of the
this?
like the high miasma, right?
Oh,
And the only
yeah.
one that's that close is Reinhardt, and Reinhardt has protection from nightmares or
Mind.
whatever.
Yeah. Or
So as
fear or
long as no
something.
one else really goes close to her, they won't go insane.
Yeah.
Unless they somehow drop into that fucking tunnel or something.
That one tunnel
Yeah, that one tunnel.
where the bad loop happened. You don't want to go into that one
No, you don't
tunnel. You
want to
don't
go
want
into
to go
that
left.
tunnel.
You don't want to go left.
The Black Serpent shows up and kills Al.
The Black Serpent. Yeah. Yeah, of
The
course.
thing
Of
that hasn't been
course.
brought up or mentioned at all for like multiple arcs.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna show up eventually, but now? Ugh.
We don't have enough of the puzzles.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, we just got into the fight, right? And
Yeah,
then it
because
ended.
around now, not even around now, like we're not enough chapters in for the weird shit to be introduced and dropped. Like when Ugard Valakia got fucking airdropped into Arc 8, it was kind of like just like okay,
Ooh.
so now we have to recontextualize everything that we're theorizing because Ugard is just here. Um, but I don't know. I don't have anything really.
Maybe curses? I don't know. Curses are
Why would
weird.
curses matter here? I don't.
I don't.
That would have had me in
Well, no,
Isekai
cursing
Quartet.
Al,
In
maybe.
Isekai Quartet, you know, Ainz did say that Subaru has a curse placed on him.
Well,
But then that doesn't
I
make
feel
sense. It
like
has to
that.
be an authority. It has to be an
Yeah,
authority because otherwise, Old
yeah.
Shamrock would have worked.
Well, we don't know how Old Shamak works. It just says it's made for witches.
Anti-witch.
Which could just be like sealing someone's soul, technically.
Seals off their gate. You know
See,
that
yeah,
much.
sealing off. Yeah.
It feels weird considering the gate stuff is like anti-magic, not anti-authority, but I don't know, like, could just be its normal, like, effect against normal people.
Well, we do know that witches as a name has been like sort of because you know how Sphinx worked back in
Sphinx
the
didn't get
Demi-Human
bald.
War.
Sphinx didn't get bald, and she didn't have an authority.
Well, maybe Al just didn't want to reveal it too.
No. It's totally that it just sealed off Huma's, or not Huma's, Sphinx's gate. And
Well,
Sphinx
one
doesn't
of
have
the
authority, so
Sphinxes.
that's the normal thing.
Well, Sphinx, there were like multiple of the Sphinxes running around. It's not like, yeah, sure, you could seal one, but then
Yeah, but, like,
20 other are jumping you at the same
I
time,
don't
so.
feel like Old Shamrock is, like, a variable spell. Because a lot of the other ones, like Goa and Huma, were like projection based ones.
Yeah,
They could be like changed, but I don't feel
materialization.
like all of the things in the Shamrock line can really change their effects deliberately. Do, 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 do.
Ugh. Well, thank you guys for
Honestly,
staying. I have no
yeah.
idea
I
what to do.
at this point,
I'm
I don't
out
think
of
we have much
ideas.
left.
I think we used all of our big brain last time. And, you know, it did come true.
We
Or,
still
like,
use some of the big brain stuff here too. Hey,
well,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we're in a good place right now where it's just at the part of the story where we just have to see what's coming next.
This
You
is
know?
we're at the part of the story where it's right before the jump off the cliff. So
Yeah.
we honestly can't do
Maybe
much other than think.
literally.
We can't do much other than think about what the cliff's gonna be.
I mean, like, until we at least bare minimum know what Al is gonna do with Super,
Yeah,
right?
we still don't know what he's trying to do.
Like,
We don't know
I
what
want
the
to know
book
at least
Melee,
that.
what book she read. We don't know. It is
I
what it
can't
is.
wait for the Omega chapter, next chapter, guys.
Yeah, and next chapter is a name chapter. Randomly out of nowhere. Name
Who would?
chapter for Minerva or something.
Yeah, just no, wait,
Anyways,
don't.
thank you guys for
Yeah.
watching.
Bye bye.
Hey guys, we were just about to end, but apparently there's these fucking things called mole humans that
Apparently,
she made an oath curse with.
they look like big hamsters, I guess. And
Yeah,
they put an oath curse mark, the same thing that they originally, or Roswell
I was gonna
originally
put
put
on
on
Subaru.
Subaru.
Yeah, and it's that like she has to allow them to meet Amelia when they ask her. So at some point they're going to have to allow her to meet Amelia.
It's so weird. It's so
Which means
weird.
that she's probably not going to fucking die because this has to get resolved. Which
No,
means
no,
that
she could die. She could
these
die.
goddamn mole humans are probably gonna be like evidence as to why she's not going to die this arc permanently. Because that's
Which leads more into the theory of,
the grand loop, yes.
the big old loop.
These stupid
So
mole humans, dude.
I can't believe the mole humans foreshadowed the events
these
of Arc 9.
random, these random mole humans means that she's not going to die.
Why? Because Tappe said so.
Fucking mole humans, I swear to God. I'm gonna punch
What if
myself.
at the
Okay.
end Petra is like barely, she's just like dying and then everyone's like, "Oh no." And then she's like fucking disappearing or something, right? And then at the end she just bursts into flames.
She's dying slowly and peacefully. And then the mole humans show up and like they're like, wait, you're dying, you won't be able to distinguish the Amelia, and then she gets set on fire and she isn't able to go to
Yeah, she gets
Magna.
burnt to a crisp, never to be sent back to Adlagna.
And then because she's not an odd Logna, she doesn't have a book or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, it's not like they would want to read
Yeah,
it,
why would you
right?
need Petra's book? Like,
Cray cray.
kill
Okay,
me.
well, that's it. Thanks for all you mole
I hate
humans for
these
sticking
mole humans,
around.
dude!